Good morning to Mimi. Good morning, Dom Dom. Bear back. ISM services PMI. 10 o'clock. Gotcha. Thank you. AP, good morning. Got about 2 minutes. Really sure. Put my lines at the moment. In pretty clear spot to put the short. What does it even look like right now? Decent amount. Morning, Zishan. We're gonna literally lose the account. Look at that. It was so close. You gotta be kidding me. Wait, did we only... Oh, we're on the MNQ. Wow. We might have got saved because we're on the wrong fucking thing. I just realized we just got saved because we're on the MNQ. I'm gonna give it a sec here. I can't believe how close that was anyway, though. Like, how much bad luck do you have to have? Maybe we see if we can let this run if it does go higher. Since we are on the MNQ. I can't believe that. I think at this point we can stop out if we go lower, though. Well, I guess in a way we got lucky. I didn't even notice we were on the MNQ. How did I even get on the MNQ? I don't even know. I thought I did. I don't understand why it's not, to be honest. This is like really struggling to get back up there. If we can break through the highs, we might be good. I didn't even look at the MNQ over the weekend or anything. I'm so confused. I mean, it worked out because I'm pretty sure that would have been enough with 5 contracts. I don't know for sure, but it does kind of feel bullish though. It does keep getting bought up. I'm gonna attempt to let it go for now. See what happens. Love to see a big push up through here, then use this as support. Don't want to see it fail and then get shot all the way right back down. That's what it keeps doing. We want it to try to hold support here. There you go. This is usually when you can get those like really good moves. Come on, push up through the highs. Need this to be support now. We don't want to see it shoot back down through there. If we can use this area as support now, we might try to make a leg higher. If not, we might go red. I'm just going to leave the stop here. I mean, it's not that big of a loss if it does come down there. We'll just try to let this play out. Finishing down here is not a great sign unless we can bounce right back up. Because now that's 3 fake outs to the upside. Yeah, I would agree. we'll see. I'm just gonna leave it. Like I said, even if it does go down, it's not that big. It's like 250 or so. Maybe a little more than that. I don't know for sure, but we're already in the trade. Maybe we get lucky and it makes a nice move upwards. We can get above 40, 740. Really not much stopping it up to like 780. And we're up near all-time highs again, so you would think there might be motivation to try to push it up there. So far, we're channeling the right way. Trying to ignore my line, my entry, and I'm just looking at the overall. I mean, each candle we're trying to move higher, it looks like. Until that breaks, I think we're okay. Which it is trying to do right now. If it breaks, yeah, I was gonna say if it breaks this candle here, it might be a sign we're gonna try lower. Just gonna leave it, see what comes from it. It's a pretty good spot looking left. See if they try to fake it out. They did not try to fake it out. So 230. Not the end of the world. So the mistake actually helped us. I'm actually very curious if we would have blew up here. I think we would have. I don't think we would have had enough drawdown. I don't even know how I got on the NQ. I did not do that. I have not touched my symbol. I'm not exactly sure. And I also wonder if I would have got filled on the NQ, like if it would have worked. I don't know. I don't really understand how that happened. But in a way, I guess it was a good thing. So gotta take it for take that for what it's worth. I love how all like the stocks that I'm looking at are all down, yet the market's back at all-time highs. Makes total sense. Well, that sucks. Opening trade didn't work again. I'm still very confused at what happened there. Yep. That's all we can do. We just gotta be on the NQ tomorrow and hope that it works tomorrow on Wednesday. If it does, then we're good to go. Actually, it'll be pretty close. So we'll see. I mean, we still might trade the bands at some point today if it gets to them, but I am not gonna be too upset because we lost a lot less than I thought we were gonna lose. Just very unfortunate that we keep that we missed that profit target by. I mean, I don't even wonder. We wouldn't even really made that much. We would actually made not a lot at all. I'm not, Steve. I mean, I was following the plan. In a way, I got lucky somehow that the MNQ is what loaded by default this morning. I didn't even look at that. I just wish I would have stuck with my original. Like, I kept going back and forth with myself whether I should use the stop loss or not last week on Friday. I think that was the big one for me. Well, it's always opened up as the NQ. I didn't touch. I mean, it is whatever at this point, but I just don't understand how it loaded up with MNQ. It doesn't make any sense to me. Well, I thought it was gonna blow up. That's the thing. I wonder if we do the math. Let's go back to it real quick. Our entry was 17,728.5, and the bottom of this candle was 17,707.75. So 20.75. So now we know how many ticks or points. We times that by 4. Or actually, we don't even have to times it by 4. 5 contracts per point is $100. So that would have been 2,000. Yeah, that would have took us out because we only had like 1,800 drawdown. So yeah, we would have got taken out by like 200 bucks because I wouldn't have had the drawdown for it. Crazy. I mean, it's like now I'm like wondering, like, should I try to go for less ticks? Because, I mean, it only missed us by, oh, that was the other thing. How many ticks did it miss us by? It's not. $17,728.5. This candle was 17,731.25 minus 17,728.5 divided or times 4. So it went 11 ticks, so it missed us by 4 ticks. So a point. It missed us by a point. just crazy when you see, I mean, the thing's moving 20, 30 points. So to get missed by 1 point in that first candle like that, it's just, it sucks. But all the times that I didn't get missed, right? And Selena Gomez ballooned up a little bit. Excuse me. That was a big drop. I was going to say, is it 10 o'clock? Oh, I don't really know what to do now. Besides sit here and wait. Anybody else take the opening trade? Yeah, did it work? Looks like it worked for Alpine. I wonder how he traded it. Nice, nice, good job. Now it does look like a downtrend, yes. Gotcha, Jason. Zishan. I just always find a way to put my orders in the wrong spots. It's very rare I get a nice, easy, clean trade. I think this whole account I've had what, like 2 of those where they just worked right away. And back up we attempt. It's okay, it's Monday. Yeah. Yep. You guys want to see what I did over the weekend? Let me save pictures. Okay. All right, let's see. So this is what I did this weekend. So it started off looking like this. So this was our formal dining room. I let the kiddos draw on the wall because I knew we were going to paint it. So over here is our garage. So behind this is our garage. This is the door to come into our garage. Over on this side, if you go through the room that way, is our front door. So this room was our formal dining room, but in between those two doors is this room. So we were like, well, we don't really use a formal dining room. We just eat at the island, and we also have a sunroom that we could use with the tables in there as a dining room. So we were like, well, let's make this a little bit more functional, make it into a mudroom. And it's not completely done yet, but this was the next step. So the wife decided, let's get rid of all of the, I don't even know what that molding is called. It's some kind of crown molding. And then apparently this is called board and batten. So I did all this. She did all the painting. And and then this is the final product for the wall itself. And so today I'm going to be putting up hooks for jackets. These are storage for shoes. This is like a cool little bench. And then over on this wall, she's going to put like one of them like armoires, and then there's going to be a mirror as well. So pretty cool. Did I sell the other house? No, not yet. Actually, that's a good reminder. I want to message her, our realtor, and ask her how that's going. Chair rail? It's a chair rail. How long did this take? I'm thinking about turning my attic into a media room because it's big as hell. It took us pretty much all weekend. I actually started on Friday. I pulled off the molding because I knew behind the molding I was probably going to have to spackle and sand and spackle and sand and spackle and sand. So that's actually what took the longest time because you have to wait for the spackle to dry and then sand it and then do it again. And so that took the longest amount of time. But it was basically Friday afternoon until last night is how long that took us. And we also have a rug that's going like right in the middle of the room. How much are we asking for the other house? $330. Well, it's actually not even on the market yet because we have our tenants in there, and our realtor has been talking to the tenants, and the tenants are on board with us selling the house. But the tenants said, well, we don't want to get kicked out, but we are interested in buying a house. So our realtor kind of jumped on that and has been helping them try to find a house. So as long as everything happens by May, we're good. But obviously the sooner the better, because why not? Oh yeah, we're asking $330. It's only a 1,000 square foot house. It's pretty crazy. What data are you talking about, Jason? Let me see if I mysteriously got paid by Apex yet. typically I don't get paid until the 9th or the 10th, but let's see. Well, Steve, I will explain that here in a sec. Oh wow, this month I actually didn't get paid until January I got paid on the 11th. I think in December I got paid on the 9th though. Actually, yeah, let me go back and check. Just so I know what to expect. Oh wow, in December it was actually the 18th. Jeez. Okay. So maybe I'm going to get paid later than I thought. When did I got paid on the 9th at some point. Thought. Oh, it was November 7th, so it was the 7th in November. Then October. I don't know why I thought it was the 9th. Let's see, October it was. Oh. Where's October? Or, well, was I not with them in October? Oh, here it is, October 6th. And then September, it was actually the 21st, jeez. So it's a little back and forth, I guess, with when I get paid. Maybe I just use the 9th as like an average. ISM services came in strong. Is that not good for the market? I just noticed that. I didn't even think about trying to trade that. I can on the PA anyway. 330,000 for 1,000 square feet. Did I hear that right? Yes. Tim lives in a special area. So the reason we're selling, Steve, is about 5 years ago, or not 5 years ago, about 3 years ago, when we were going to move, the house was only worth 250,000. So in that short span, so back then when we first moved into this house and we kept it as a rental, I did the math. It would have taken, it was like close to 15 to 17 years to break even on the house. And then everything after that would have been profit. Had from that day, we only had like minor repairs. Like I tried to factor in like repairs, not major repairs, but like just normal repairs, getting the same amount of rent for the entirety, having no vacancies. I didn't even factor that in, but it came out to like 15 to 17 months. Or no, I'm sorry. It came out to like, it was like 8 to 9 months. But then now with how much the price is, now it's at 330. If you take that into account, as well as the taxes that we wouldn't have to pay on the sale of the house, it would take closer to that 15 to 17 years to break even. So we were like, well, we weren't really expecting to hold this thing forever, but if we were to just sell it now, we're essentially taking 7 to 8 years off of it. And on top of that, it would help us tremendously now instead of 20 years from now. Well, it's more so like when we bought this house, my mom put a lot of the money up front so we could sell our other house and pay her off and then also have a bunch extra because of the price increase over these last 3 years. It's a house I never thought would be worth more than 250. So when it was at 250 when we moved out, I was thinking I wanted to think about selling it, but I was like, well, let me see how much rent we can get for it. And it was obscene. Like our mortgage payment on it, I think, is like $1,200, and we're getting $2,450 a month for it. So that would suck that we're losing out on that. But again, I did the math, and it would take a long time to break even now. Where if the price was still at 250, it would have only taken like 8 years. But now that it's up at 330. It would take closer to 15 years. And again, that's not including any major repairs, etc. So just it's the real estate market is dumb. It's absolutely dumb. And the interest rates are still up, so it's just it's crazy people are still paying these prices. Plus it's been sitting around this price for the longest amount of time. So it's starting to feel like we might have hit a top. So I'm not saying I'm trying to time the market at all. I just think it's the right time for us to sell it if we can. And like I said, May. So there's this rule. You know, if you guys remember, there used to be a myth. Well, it wasn't a myth back then, but everyone would be told you get one house that you can sell in your lifetime tax-free, which was true for a long time, but they changed it. Now it's just every 2 years, but you have to be the primary, it has to be your primary residence for 2 of the last 5 years. So if you owned like 15 rental properties for the next 30 years, you could move from one to the other every 2 years and sell every one of them tax-free. It's pretty crazy. Buy-in booming market? That's the key? That's quite the opposite. What are you talking about? Teaching my oldest how to do the Rubik's Cube, and he constantly leaves Rubik's Cubes that are unsolved around now because he's trying to learn the technique, but every once in a while he messes it up, and I'll just find a Rubik's Cube laying around that I have to fix. That's what I'm doing. Of course, I hate this one because it doesn't turn very easy. It's like, and it's like that weird, like shiny holographic looking one. It's a pain in the ass. We bought our house for 300K. Now it's worth 510. Yeah, the house we're in right now has done extremely well. Just curious. Oh, I didn't even tell you guys. I got pulled over this morning. We woke up a little bit late, so I drove my kids to school instead of throwing them on the bus. I was just so tired from doing everything over the weekend. I didn't hit snooze. I hit cancel, or close or whatever it says, so the alarm doesn't go back off. And then when I opened my eyes again, I was like, oh crap. But it's not leading to where you think it is. I did not get pulled over for speeding. I dropped the kids off. They were on time. Everything was fine with that. I'm coming back. I pull into Chick-fil-A, and I thought about grabbing something, but then I didn't. So I basically just pulled in Chick-fil-A, was about to go in the drive-thru, decided not to. So there's like 2 roads that go parallel to each other. Over here is where I was, and Ritchie Highway, the main road, is over here. So I cut through Chick-fil-A. It goes through to Ritchie Highway. Well, when you get to Ritchie Highway, you can turn, and there's a light like right there. Well, there's 3 lanes, and then there's a lane closest to you, which is like a lane to turn into all the businesses on the side. Well, there's one more business, and then a Starbucks, and then the light, and they're all like right there. Well, that's a turn-only lane to go back onto the road that I was on before I cut through. Well, I come out of Chick-fil-A, I turn into the merge lane. All the cars are stopped because the light was red. As I'm kind of inching forward to start to get over, I see the light turn green, so I'm already moving. I'm basically towards, like, right at the light. I just speed up a little bit and get over to the left. Well, I'm almost, we go pretty far. I want to say probably almost a mile. Like, and I'm about to turn into my neighborhood because, I mean, you go down a hill, essentially, neighborhood's like a mile up on the right. And all of a sudden, I see a bike pull, like, over into the left lane and then shoot right behind me. And then as he shoots right behind me, I'm like, why would he get back over? And then I noticed that he's a cop. But it's like an undercover motorcycle. It was interesting. I'd never seen one of those before. So he pulls up behind me, turns the lights on. I get over and I start thinking, I'm like, I immediately look down at my speedometer. I'm like, was I speeding? And I was like, no, I was actually doing the speed limit. And so he pulls me over and he comes out and I start thinking back and I'm like, oh, I bet it's for exactly what I just told you about turning or getting over where it says it's a turn only. So he comes up to the window and, you know, he does, my name is, ID number is, etc. You can see he's wearing the body cam. So I'm assuming that's just how they have to start all their interactions at this point. And he goes on, he's like, the reason I stopped you is because you went through the turn only. And I was like, I didn't like go like, and I was like, what do you mean? And he was just like, at that light. He was like, I believe it's Leland. He was like, that's a turn only lane. And I was like, well, and I told him, I was like, well, I just came out of the Chick-fil-A and I immediately see him look down into my cup holders. And I was like, oh, now it's going to look like I'm lying. Cause I think that's what he was like, looking for evidence that I was at Chick-fil-A, but obviously he doesn't know if I went in and ate, etc. But anyways, I digress. I was like, well, I was in Chick-fil-A and I was pulling out and I told him exactly what happened. It was the truth. I pulled out and I was in that lane and I had my blinker to get over and I was like, I saw the light turn green and everyone was stopped. So I figured it was easier to just speed up a little bit and get over. And so he was just like, I'll take that into consideration. And he was like, let me see your license and registration. So I give my license and registration. And he was like, is your driving record clean? He was like, do you have, and so I was like, yes, sir. And so he was like, all right, I'll be right back. He was like, I'll take that into consideration. I'll be right back. Goes back, comes back. I don't know. It was like 5 minutes. And he wrote me up a warning, which and in the moment I was just like, whatever, I'm probably going to get a warning because I haven't had a ticket or even been pulled over in probably 15 years. And he's like, I wrote you a warning. He was like, failure to obey the traffic sign or whatever. He's like, right there on Leland. And he even kept saying, it was like, I'm pretty sure it's a turn only lane. And he was like, I just gave you a warning, you know, here's brochure. He's like, and then he said, he could have stopped there, but he then threw in there. He was like, had I seen you come out of the Chick-fil-A, I probably wouldn't have stopped you. And he was like, and then he went on to say that I've seen people, because like that lane goes on for a very long time, like all the way down Ritchie Highway, like for this section of where I'm at. So people will ride that lane all like from way back all the way up just to, well, like, because that road gets pretty jam packed. So people will take advantage of it. And he was like, I see people do that and I always stop them. And he was like, had I seen you come out of Chick-fil-A, I probably wouldn't have stopped you. And I was like, but I know I have no proof that I was in Chick-fil-A and he has no proof that I was in Chick-fil-A. So it's like, I get where the warning's coming from still, but it's like, he didn't have to say that, you know? I was just like, well, clean record. I told you what happened. Like, you could have just gave me a verbal warning. But anyways, he just gave me a warning and I was literally like 500 feet from my neighborhood. Like when I got pulled over, it was kind of funny in hindsight. But yeah, that was my story of getting pulled over this morning. Oh, the housing market. That's what I pulled this up. I forgot to check. So we bought this house for $840,000, and yeah, it's now worth. I mean, this is just an estimate, but it's right around 1.05, not 1.5, 1.05, which is just insane. It was 1.1 not that long ago. But yeah, pretty crazy. Yeah, sorry, no exciting got a ticket or whatever. I mean, I guess I did get a ticket, but not a fine. I guess a warning's technically a ticket, right? I would consider that one a ticket. You're still getting something in return for a violation. Most people would probably just consider a ticket something that you get a fine, though. I don't know. Justin, what would you consider a ticket? How much are taxes? What do you mean? For that value? I think it's just the whatever your state taxes are. And I mean, the federal is going to take their amount anyway. But that's what I was trying to say. As long as it's your primary residence for more than 2 years, it has to be 2 of the last 5 years. If you have if you've lived in the house 2 of the last 5 years, you can sell the house tax free. Property tax? That's a good question. Is that what you meant? Real estate tax? I got you. I mean, I can look it up. Looks like 7,900. What it says on the I mean, that's just public information. I'm just not going to give you the address. It's crazy. She bought the house, and I think when she bought the house, it was like 5. She paid 5 something for it. So even she made a good amount on it. Oh, your property taxes are that high? Is it that big of a difference? From state to state? I didn't think it was that bad. That's what I get for trying to eat bad food, but I didn't eat it. Oh, we're coming up to the bands here. Why is that on my screen? Uh-oh. Expecting a little bit more of a push than that. There we go. Nice little trade. What is it? Wasn't exactly on the bands, but looks like we got out at the right moment too. For now. 19K? Oh, let me ask the wife and make sure I'm reading the right number. But I'm pretty sure that I'm reading this right. And it literally says tax information. Yeah, Steve, you got plenty of fun coupons floating around. You're down 20 bucks on Meta? What, just from today? Get out of here. If I was a betting man, we're gonna try to go up higher. That's not really my trade, so I'm gonna let it be. From the 485 high. Dude, I can't. Yeah, but you're in way down. Way down here somewhere, huh? I haven't looked at the meta chart in a while. That gap up is insane. What's meta's all-time high? 485? Or wait, is this the all-time high now that we were at 485? 189 is where you're at. That's insane, bro. That's awesome. Congrats. Hopefully you kept. Did you keep the whole position? Yeah. That's awesome, man. Good stuff. Not many more deserving guys to have that kind of a feeling. I'm looking at here. I was looking at the chart. Like it came all the way down here to like 80, 87. Look at that thing. It's on a tear. Hold the trade, baby. Yeah, how are they doing? Ooh, at $1. Ouch. What was the split price? I don't even remember. Don't you need this to go to like 14 or something at this point? All right, so my wife just came through and said it's $8,443. So that's how much we're paying on taxes per year. She said too much at first. You guys reading my emails. So let me tell her, Zishan, you said you're paying 16K on. Did I scroll too far? Yeah. Did you delete it? Oh, 19. Or Steve's 19,000? How big is your lot? That's the other thing. Yeah, it's the how big is your lot, Zishan? Like, how much land do you have? Same with you, Steve. 19,000. That's insane. I bet Zishan has a bigger, like a lot of land though. Steve probably not. 20K for our gas station property tax for both locations. 8K lot. Steve, can't you just tell me how many? I do this math in acres. So what is 8K? 8K square feet acres. 0.18? Dude, that's like nothing. You know, that's not even a quarter acre. 60 times 300 is 18,000. So 18,000. That's more for sure. 18,000 square feet to acres. That's about almost half an acre. Well, he said for his house. The lot's probably for his house. The gas station property tax he's saying is more probably. Dang. Would have been a good bet. That's insane. Wait, so aren't New Jersey, what is New Jersey state tax is how much? God, yours is just as high as ours. Maryland's 6%. New Jersey is 6.625%. I like how they throw the extra point or the 25 in there just to F you. Texas is 6.25%. But Texas doesn't have that's just sales tax. They have what states don't have the state tax? The income tax. I know Texas is one, Florida's one, Nevada is one. What's the other one that I know? South Dakota and Wyoming. They're the ones that I know. But I know there's more. Alaska's one too. Yeah, Texas, Florida, Nevada, Wyoming, South Dakota, Alaska. Am I missing? I'm missing some. I know there's more than that. There's 8 or 9 of them. I don't. If Texas becomes its own country, man, it might be the move. What are the? I know I'm missing at least one. What is that? Is Alaska, Florida, Wyoming, South Dakota, which I've never understood why North Dakota didn't follow. Texas, Nevada. That's 6. So I'm missing at least 2. I know there's 8 or 9 of them. I don't know for sure. I could look it up, but I'm trying to see if I can figure this out without looking. We go around the United States. Is Washington tax-free? I feel like it is. Or is it Oregon? Washington or Oregon, I feel like, are one of the ones I'm missing. But that's no fun if I just Google it. I feel like I know that. I feel like I know this. I just have to figure it out. Washington or Oregon, I think, is one. I'm going west to east here. No. New Mexico. No, it's not New Mexico. I've never heard of that one. I don't think definitely not any of them. I know it's not Colorado. I know it's not Utah. Kansas, no. Is Tennessee? Tennessee's one of them. I think Tennessee's one of them. Free Indian food for life. Do you get free Indian food? They never make you pay? See, I'm one of them guys that I'd rather pay. I don't like the whole friends and family discount. I'd rather I pay to support my friends and family, you know? I think Tennessee's one, Washington or Oregon. Brago thinks Oregon just doesn't have sales tax or something. I will look that up. Let's see. Does Oregon have sales tax? No. So they have to have state tax. So I'm going to go with Washington. Oregon doesn't have general sales or use transaction tax. However, Oregon does have the vehicle use tax that applies to new vehicles purchased outside of the state. Interesting. So I'm going to go with Washington. Tennessee. Let me keep moving east. I feel like it's 8 or 9. So I'm not going to lie. I thought New Jersey was one, but I know Delaware has no sales tax. Because for big purchases when I was growing up, we used to drive to Delaware just to buy stuff. Like when we needed a new TV, even though it wasn't like that expensive because we were pretty poor, we would drive to Delaware to buy it because there was no sales tax. That was back when it was only 5%. Now it's 6%. Anyways, got Florida coming up the coast, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia. I know it's not Virginia. Maryland, Delaware, Jersey, New York. Obviously not New York. What's in the Northeast? We got Massachusetts, Rhode Island. Oh, does Rhode Island have sales tax? I don't think they do. Oh, never mind. 7%. New Hampshire, Vermont. Is it one of them? Is it New Hampshire, Vermont, Maine? I know it's not Maine. .5% in LA. Same. Connecticut. Oh yeah, I can't forget about Connecticut. That's where Jag lives. I want to say it's New Hampshire or Vermont. I don't know though. It might not be either of them. All right, let's just Google it. What states have no income tax? As of 2023, 9 states. Yeah, he's in Massachusetts. You're right. I don't know why I thought. Are you sure? I thought he was in Connecticut. No, you're right. Massachusetts. Just Connecticut's just that random state up north that nobody goes to. All right. Alaska, Florida, Nevada, and it was New Hampshire. New Hampshire. South Dakota. We got that one. And Tennessee. It was Tennessee. Good. Texas, Washington, and Wyoming. So the ones I didn't know for sure, New Hampshire, which I still didn't know. I didn't get that right. Tennessee and Wyoming. Or not Wyoming, Washington. So Tennessee, Washington, New Hampshire. New Hampshire, Tennessee, Washington. I have to brain those in my head. I got the other ones. New Hampshire, Tennessee, but it'll probably all change at some point. There's 9 states with no income tax. Now, how much do you actually save from not paying income tax? Like, it's like, what is, I don't even know what the general, what is the average? What is the average state tax? So it depends on your tax bracket, but I think it varies a lot per state, actually. But I'm going to go somewhere around like 5%. So living in a state with no income tax, you're saving about 5% of what you make. But apparently, you're paying for it in other ways, like property taxes and shit like that. Now, Steve, you're just getting fucked. That's because New Hampshire wouldn't know what to do with themselves. New Hampshire's like, wait a minute. We become our own country. Like, New York could just trample us. I think that's the big thing that a lot of these places are worried about. Like, you become your own country, you got to remember what you're opening yourself up to. It's not just all fine and dandy, like, oh, you're still in the United States, everything, you know, you're still going to be taken care of. Like, you become your own country, which means if you have something that other countries want, at that point, they can just take it from you. Right? I mean, that's literally what war is all about. We just live in such a modern time that we don't think about that. But that's going on right now, just in other parts of the world. Whether it's land, oil, infrastructure, just whatever. It could be anything. Like New Hampshire would become New York, part of New York, if they really wanted it to. Well, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't really make sense. Right, yeah, traveling through, you'd need your passport just to travel through it. Yeah, I guess we better do our Texas trip sooner rather than later, huh? Or we need a passport to go through. I actually watched a bunch of podcasts on that. Is it like Friday? And it's pretty scary, like how far along it's getting. Like they're taking it pretty serious, from what I can tell. Yeah. I wouldn't say I get screwed, but it would definitely become more difficult. Build a wall on the other side of Texas? No. Could you imagine? One in 2 million blue lobster caught? That's a real thing? Wonder what makes them blue. Didn't even know those existed. They didn't even. Well, yeah, because they pretty much kicked him out of office. Can't believe we made it all the way back to all-time highs. Absolutely insane. Definitely downtrending now, though. That's for sure. don't know why I didn't hold this, but I'm just scared to trade when it's making this big of a move. I also don't know why it's showing the line on the trades like that. Like it though. Line color. Can I just do that? Make it kind of disappear. Like, why is there even a line there? It's two separate trades. I think I was just worried about these lines that I have drawn. I didn't know exactly where they're coming from. I mean, they're from the hourly, but... They're faking out the reversal a lot here. We never actually did get to all-time highs again. We got pretty close. Go to the bathroom real quick. Make a damn good statement. There is no replacement. A body by Oh dang, Alpine blew up an account. See how David's doing. Been not so great trade. Oh, there it is. I am probably going to call it a day after, like, I don't know, like 11:30. Still got a bunch of stuff to do. A lot of cleaning up to do as well. Come on, Grr. Fall, baby, fall. I feel like I've played this ticker in the past. Grr, Grrr. I think it was over $1 though. Now it's under $1. Let's see. RRR. Not. Nope, did not. Does Robinhood have the chat support? I think they do. If I remember correctly. I would have been pretty happy had I just waited a little bit to take this off. But Count help. 24/7. You bad. Wow. The TraderSync is in beta for a new. They're doing an update. It looks like they got a new layout. A little bit like it's a little bit cleaner looking. Pretty cool. What's new? AI engine, strategy checker, customizable dashboard, benchmark analysis, R multiple reporting. So like if you trade by R's. Customizable trade details, rolling exit analysis report. Interesting. What's improved? Analytic speed, trade replay speed, market replay speed, journaling interface, which is what I saw. Overall user experience, report filtering, calendar interface. Oh, the calendar interface. I wonder if they let's see. Reports. You actually have to click reports first. Oh, interesting. Oh, that's kind of cool. Where's the calendar? There it is. Oh, this is going to take some getting used to. Options. No, you still can't turn off. You still can't turn off the monetary value, which is a little frustrating. A poker club? Nice. How far are you from the lodge? The one that Doug Polk, Brad Owen, and all them opened up. Aren't they near Houston? I thought they said they were. Let's see what the strategies thing is. Oh, you can, it's a back test. Ah, interesting. That's cool. Run back test on TraderSync now. That's cool. That's cool. The filters are all hidden as well. So now it's a matter of you have to click on filters and apply them, which is fine, but what was I going to ask Robinhood? I don't even remember. Oh, I remember now. Okay. The what? It's called the. It's just called the Lodge. So the Lodge. Texas Poker. It's the Lodge Card Club. It says it's Round Rock, Texas. Yeah, it's Andrew Nemi, Brad Owen, and Doug Polk. They opened. Well, I think they took over an old existing club that was already there, but then they started kind of making it their own. 1401 South I-35 Frontage Road, number 130, Round Rock, Texas 78664. Three hours. Dang. Well, in Houston, that's like nothing, right? That's like right around the corner. Oh, it's Austin. Well, see, I knew it was in one of the major cities. For some reason, I thought it was Houston, not Austin. So, my bad. My bad. Yeah, 3 hours in Texas. That's like right around the corner. We're headed back up. That was quite the drop this morning, actually. If you look at it on like a 5-minute chart. Geez, David is still in this trade. Thought it would have either worked or didn't work by now. It's just hanging out. It's trying to work its way down, which is good. I wasn't expecting you to drive 3 hours. I was just being funny, just saying how big Texas is. Yeah, they're not gonna probably be opening one up anytime soon. Yeah, maybe I could do my push-ups. Whew, struggled on those today. It felt like I did 25, but it sure felt like more than that. I'll tell you that. And I ate like doo-doo yesterday, so I'm probably gonna fast today. Another minute. Do 25 more. Dang, Zishan, that looks nice. I saw the video of your new store. Dang. Guess it'll move back up. So once they do that little fake out and it barely goes lower, it's usually an indication it's going to try higher. How much higher, though, is a different story. I would have guessed it would try to... Well, it did try to bounce here. See, it did try to reject. Kind of hoping to get one more trade, maybe get back green on the day. What did we make on that 15 ticks? $75, not bad. Just out of curiosity, what does that look like? Pretty close. Market's very trendy today. Not a lot of chop. Just trended down. Now we might trend right back up. Might actually make a video today since I got lucky with the MNQ thing today. And I did take other trades. I feel like making videos of just the opening trade was kind of pointless, so that's why I wasn't doing it. Go grab another soda. Now they're kind of doing it the other way. Tried to go higher, didn't. So now we might try to move a little bit lower. Which if we did, I would only assume we're going to bounce off of this area. Support, then it was resistance. Be my guess. They would try to at least bounce it there once. The big wicks, yeah. Well, yeah, because you get that move lower, and then all of a sudden people realize we're not going lower, so then boom, you get the reversal the other way. There's no big wick here though, so actually quite the opposite. Let's see if that plays out the other way, where it's a fake out to the downside, reading the candles inside the candles. Ooh, David Green? Can't tell. Oh, he's close. Just trying to come back down. This GER just needs to die. Got a lot of volume though now. Oh, it broke the 90 level. Needs to stay below, stay below, stay below. Go, 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 go. 88. Yes, 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 go. Keep going, keep going, keep going. 87s. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, come on. Go, 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 go. Yes, die, 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 die. Ah, crap. There we go. Go, go. Kind of spready for penny stock. This thing has so much volume. Holy crap. There it goes. 87s. Go. 86. No, no, go, go. It like broke down for a second there, but then got bought up. I know you guys can't see what I'm watching, but sorry. I don't have it set up to where I could show you either. Ugh, now it's shooting back up. He was green for like a split second. And then it shot back up. So far this went back up. Interesting. No big wick. Zishan's on to something. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I was just saying I was looking for it in reverse. Ah, crap. He was getting fills. I thought maybe it dropped all the way down, but he was cutting some off. Wow. Yeah, I was watching David. He's a guy. He's like one of my best friends. He still trades stocks, but I watch him. He trades live on YouTube. Nobody really watches him though. But he trades bigger amounts of money. He's kind of stuck in a trade at the moment. No, David never came on stream. I think that was Chris. Yeah, Chris did that one stream with me, but then like the very next day, he's kind of started his own stream, which was a little frustrating because he like talked a big game with me privately about how he wanted to keep doing that, and then the very next day he started his own stream. I was like, oh, okay. I said one of my best friends, Zishan. Don't put words in my mouth. Plus, your determining factor on whether we can continue to be friends is after I eventually meet you and taste this Indian food. Because if this Indian food is no good, then we're no longer friends. And if I find out that my Indian accent is better than yours, you're going to be in some real trouble. You're going to be in some real trouble, mister. So I scrolled back to watch Alpine's trade that he lost on. And he was like, oh, well, if I blow this account, I'm going to end the stream because that's the only account I was going to trade today. So the account blew, and that was an hour ago. And he's still streaming. Kind of funny. Oh, I forgot my push-ups. Damn it. Yeah, maybe, Tim, you should stop doing this push-ups on stream. That's funny you said that. I totally forgot to do them. I don't have Indian accent. I was born in America, so I have a white accent. What? Living a lie. Living a lie. All right, that 25 felt a lot easier than the first 25. Got 25 more to do. eBay. Well, I mean, Zishan is 5'3", 100 pounds. You would like big booty girls. It's like that. You ever watch that movie Road Trip? You remind me of that really skinny white dude that would just get absolutely smothered. The girl's booty weighs more than you. Oh, that's great. And so true. I'm going to the gym, get abs the next time you see me in person. You can't make fun of me. If you don't hold any weight, you should already be able to see your abs. Abs are made in the kitchen, as in you just gotta have no fat on you. So in theory, you should already be able to see your abs if you're that skinny. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, very lucky in that sense. I wish I could do that. Now let me knock out these last 25. Whew. Here's the reversal. Yeah, the wick. So far, not quite. Yeah, well, it's almost lunchtime. I think after this song, I'm gonna get out of here myself. See how David's doing in that trade. Still just hanging out. I think it's literally inside of a range. Unfortunately, his average is the bottom of the range. Like he's trying to get out of it though. sucks. David had to cut that trade. It's annoying. All right, well, I think I'm going to take my essentially break-even day and move on. I am going to go get some stuff done. Tomorrow's trash day, so I got to start taking everything up. Still need to shower. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Appreciate y'all being here. Let Alpine I know said hi if you're heading over there. Just for shits and giggles, because I think it's funny. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Until then, stay safe. Do everything I wouldn't do, because probably the right thing to do, and I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.